Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Happy freaking Friday. We made it to the weekend. And a quick PSA here, make sure you have a fun and safe weekend, all right? I wanna make sure all y'all get to play Breath of the Wild 2 next year, so be good out there. We got a lot of strange stuff going on in the world of Nintendo that we need to discuss, because Nintendo has revealed new Zelda information. A bunch of games are getting updates, and some are doing a great job. And then there's this strange Nintendo Switch update. And I think it's gonna kinda weird you out because they're putting work into games that I don't think deserve it. And then at the same time, completely ignoring huge fan bases. So we gotta talk about it, and I'm super curious what you're gonna think. So what's going on, guys and girls? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Make sure to smash that like button and let me know in the comments down below your thoughts, opinions, and feelings. We got a lot, so let's get rolling, all right? I wanna start with Skyward Sword because Skyward Sword HD out in 2 weeks, and Nintendo just made me doubly excited, maybe even triply excited. Now I am ready to play this game like right now. I wish it was out this weekend because they confirmed their quality of life improvements, and I gotta say, short of new content, which would have been game changing, I love what they're doing here. Does this make you wanna buy Skyward Sword? Optional help from Fee. They've made Fee not as annoying. We kind of knew that from a website post that popped up a few weeks ago. Good to have confirmation. Of course, they got the enhanced 60 frames per second frame rate. You can now fast forward dialogue, all right? Speed things up. You can skip initial tutorials, speed things up. Item prompts are less often, speed things up. I think one of Skyward Sword's greatest sins is that it starts like a grandparent and then kind of moves through like a happy child, but that's not really how life is supposed to go. We're not Benjamin Button up here. I'm actually terrified of becoming an ancient old person. Just thought you should know. They're also letting you skip cutscenes this time around, and the game will autosave periodically to ensure your progress is kept pristine. Now, I don't know about you, but like, I am looking forward to flying through, literally and figuratively, Skyward Sword. I mean, it's not gonna change everything. The game still will have the pace that it has, but I love that they're making it easier to consume. I know this isn't a brand new Zelda. It's probably not even your third favorite Zelda, and the Zelda anniversary has been slid aside like a robotic puppy that never knew how to look cute. But I'm excited about Skyward Sword HD. For me, the slightly strange part here is why didn't they lead with this, okay? Some players take issue with $60 for a ported Wii game, but if Nintendo had just come out at the start and said, look, we made Fee way less of a nuisance. 60 frames per second, skippable cutscenes, fast forward dialogue, ditch the tutorials, I think it's like, okay, hey, they put some work in. They could have done more, but at least they put some work in. It's strange to me that they saved this for the very end. It's not like they're revealing a secret character. They're like revealing the basic upgrades they made to make sure this game feels good in 2021. And I really think they should have led with that. It would have made this probably a much more exciting title to pre-order. All right, Riders and Hunters, Monster Hunter Stories 2 is out next week, and Capcom unveiled their new co-op gameplay trailer today. They also unveiled their roadmap, and what I find strange here is how darn good of a job they do with letting the players know what is to come. Imagine if Nintendo took this philosophy with Animal Crossing New Horizons, or hey, with any of their games. Instead of randomly finding that there's a drop months or even years later, like what if they just kind of let us know their plans? I think Mario Golf Super Rush would have been received a lot better if they laid out, hey, in the next 6 months, you're getting 4 new courses, 4 new characters, and a new mode. Boom. This game is about to bloom. We knew New Dog City was coming. All right, they were gonna do one on like an airship. I don't know. They could do so many cool things, and if we knew about them, your money feels a lot more worthwhile. So kudos to Capcom, because while Nintendo plays the little secret game, Capcom is like, have it all. 5 updates for Monster Hunter Stories 2 are coming starting July 15th, then again in August, then 2 in September, and 1 more in October, delivering new monsties, new quests, and even harder difficulties. This seems like it's going to be a wonderfully supported game, and one that should have a lot of content at the start. Monster Hunter Rise is any indication, Capcom is gonna kill it once again, and I think they have reasserted themselves as one of the best video game companies in the business. They have a really pretty finger on the pulse of the fans. They deliver and do it right by the people that are spending all their money and making them rich. And then they support the games and they show us. They're obvious, they're intentional, and they dialogue with the fans. Yeah, they had a really boring and dull E3 presentation, but Resident Evil Village rocked, Monster Hunter Rise was awesome, Stories 2 is soon coming, and The Great Ace Attorney is something players wanted. I'm loving Capcom. Would it be better for you if Nintendo was this transparent and just laid out a calendar? I think it would go a long way. All right, the strangest one has been saved for last. And this bugs me, all right? Nintendo dropped a new update for Mario Kart. My favorite game of the last decade from Nintendo, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, did not get the update. A new Mario Kart did not get the update. You know what got the update? Mario Kart Live Home Circuit got a new cup, 3 new courses, and a new Yoshi Kart. What the heck? Now, Mario Kart Live is an interesting idea. I love that it kind of blends reality with the Mushroom Kingdom, but why are they deving on this? Why are they building stuff for this game? And we can argue about what takes more time, what's harder. Dude, do you know how well a new cup would sell for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Now, this was a free update, and I'm not trying to say Nintendo should charge for everything, but you got a game that sold over 30 million copies, and you do nothing for it. And you got a fan base that would love a new Mario Kart. I mean, it was my most anticipated title, it still is, and I'm not saying it should have happened. I know Nintendo has their reasons, and hopefully we get it one day, but it blows my mind that this is where they spend their kart development hours. Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. I mean, everybody that spent a big chunk of money on this game, it was almost $100 at launch. I'm sure they're happy, but I feel ripped off that 8 Deluxe ain't getting it. And it just brings up the vibes of like Animal Crossing New Horizons isn't getting anything. It takes me back to when I thought Mario Odyssey was perfectly set up for DLC and they didn't deliver, and Nintendo just makes these strange choices, the games they choose to update. I mean, some they've been very, very good about. Pokemon got a good chunk of DLC. Obviously, Breath of the Wild had great DLC. But I don't understand how Nintendo decides which games get a hug and which games get a shrug. It makes no sense. From a monetary standpoint, they're leaving money on the table. And from a fan service / like mindshare standpoint, they're leaving goodwill on the table. Your 2 biggest games, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Animal Crossing New Horizons, one got no support because I guess it's a port. That's kind of funny because like the port is the support. It's the same. It's in the same word. Anyhow, Animal Crossing New Horizons, we're waiting on mythical updates, and I don't know. It's not like I'm waiting for a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe update or expecting it to happen. They did drop an update for that game, although it added nothing new. It was just doing some bug fixes. So now to see Mario Kart Live get extra work, it's just like, I know everything is about the money these days, but I feel like sometimes you've got to just do what's right and best for your fans. And history has shown that if you do right by the players, money usually follows anyways. So here's a chance for them to deliver content that would get Nintendo fans so excited. Imagine if you saw at the next Direct, a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe new Cup DLC pack was dropping. Maybe even including some Switch-centric characters and a few new karts. That would be incredible. Or a big Animal Crossing patch, the one we've been waiting for. Nintendo has the keys to our hearts, and honestly our wallets, they're just choosing not to use them. And that bums me out. So please let me know in the comments if you agree with me. Does it feel like Nintendo is being strange and weird with where they place their emphasis and their focus, their time? Like the Zelda anniversary gets next to nothing and they're like, we got nothing. Sorry guys. Mario Kart Live gets an update. It took years for Mario Party to get online, but then we've got other titles that just constantly get the goods. Animal Crossing, like, Meanwhile, golf seems like it's gonna get consistent updates, but the content feels stripped out of the base game. Look, I'm not saying any of these are bad moves, but I am saying they're definitely not the best moves. I think Nintendo could learn from Capcom and do a better job of getting a read on what their fans want, on assessing the situation, seeing where the dollars are being spent, seeing where the hype is, seeing what people are saying and what they're hoping for and what they're wanting. And obviously you shouldn't drive your whole company based on fan whims and YouTube comments, but Nintendo, they can definitely improve in this area. And right now, Capcom's a pretty good model. Speaking of borrowing, today's poll is all about taking one from another team. I asked you guys, let's steal one franchise and bring it to Nintendo Switch. I gave you interesting options like Halo, Uncharted, Forza, God of War, and Ratchet and Clank. And remember, the polls get posted every weekday evening on the community tab, so make sure to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, that way you know and can contribute with your take. Now, I picked Halo because I think Nintendo is missing really a lot of shooters. They've got Doom, they've got the free-to-plays. That's about it. It feels like being able to play something like a Halo or Call of Duty in bed, multiplayer magic would be really fun. And I feel like the campaign would just be cool to take on the small screen. God of War is so epic, like that has to be experienced with the PS5 for me. Ratchet and Clank, that's what won, 38%. Like that's a good pick because it's the most Nintendo of all these franchises. It would fit perfectly. For me, there's a lot of platformers already from Nintendo, so I wanted to borrow something else. I was surprised to see that Uncharted tied with Forza at 9%, and God of War came in with 17. But now, my friends, you gotta let me know in the comments down below, how do you feel about Nintendo ignoring certain games and then putting effort into others that don't make a lot of sense? Also, are you picking up Skyward Sword? That's coming soon. Maybe we'll play it together. In the meantime, though, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, but remember, Breath of the Wild 2 out next year, okay? You gotta stay safe. So be smart, do the right thing, and until next time, everybody, thanks again. SwitchForce, out.